So I was gonna make this video on Thanksgiving, but then I got sick. So then I was gonna make the video after I got done being sick, but before December starts. But that didn't happen because tomorrow is the last day of November, and I'm pretty sure I won't be better until Monday. So sick me is making a video, and it's gonna give me a headache because I can't look at my computer screen.
Okay, so here's my overview for this whole game development process. Make the first 4 levels, including the tutorial. Finish them and polish them completely. Add all mechanics that players will want to see in the final game. Change the level select screen so when you click on Leaky Leopard's level, it takes you to the boss fight. Send that to my playtesters. Other than the last step being the last, I can do the rest in any order I want. Then I'll finish making the UI look good, adjust the game to fix the problems that playtesters come across, and release the demo. Then I'll make the remaining 7 levels, remake Leaky Leopard's level, and adjust the game as the global test audience sees problems. For the month of October, I was focusing on the tutorial and some mechanics, so let's talk about them. The tutorial level. It took me like a week to finish it. The main thing I wanted to focus on was teaching the player through level design how to wall jump and dash. See, when I had the prototype play tested, people would always miss that the air dash is not horizontal, it's with a camera angle, which means that you can dash upwards as well as downwards. So they would often miss jumps because they were dashing downwards and not realizing. There are 3 parts of the level that require dashing. This first jump is too long to make normally, but you can easily dash over it, or you can wall jump past it. The second jump requires the player to, again, either dash past the hole or wall jump onto the conveyor belt, which can push the player off, which will give them another chance to do it the other way, or to do it the same way again. But hopefully the conveyor belt itself will make them feel like they want to dash. There's a couple of enemies, and then a big wall that you absolutely have to wall jump up, and then finally you get to this big conveyor belt that you have to slow down, but after doing so, these walls are broken by dashing into them. So you dash through the bottom one, and then see the next one is a bit higher, and coins are leading to them. So hopefully players will see this and say, oh, I can dash upwards. Now to address the elephant in the room. There are a lot of coins. These are a new mechanic tied to the shop. I didn't implement the shop until November though, so you'll just have to wait until the Christmas special. Now the coins were giving me a lot of lag. Like 5 seconds of 2 frames per second. There were 2 problems that I was running into. Actor counts and garbage collection. If you don't know what that means, basically imagine that you're taking out the trash and the garbage man shows up in his truck and he takes your garbage, but he leaves the garbage sacks. That's basically what Unreal Engine does when you ask it to delete objects. So when you have 200 coins, they aren't really that big of a problem, but 200 empty garbage bags laying around is just gross and slows everything down. So I fixed it by using object pooling, which is where instead of giving your trash to the trash bin, you hide them in a pool and throw it at the player whenever they do something that deserves coin. There are 2 ways of doing this. Static pools, where you have a specific number of garbage bags that you can throw at the player, and if they need more, then there are variable, either old ones get deleted or no new ones get spawned. What I went for is called dynamic pooling, where if I don't have enough coins, I will add a new garbage bag to the pool and immediately throw it at them. Then all coins that are collected or expire through natural means are thrown back into the pool. I also changed the floor coins to a hierarchical instance static mesh. I have no example for this because I don't even know what that means. Finally, let's talk about the boss fight. I was accidentally insulted about my character design for this boss.
You don't see many hentai game makers here on Twitch.
Do I need to fix this? Because it's not meant to be a hentai.
I asked my brother about this and he told me to fix it. So here's the old design and here's the updated design. I accidentally preserved the original proportions because of shape keys, but the new proportions are much more realistic for a Barbie. And I need you to understand, the character was supposed to look different from a Barbie because she's a bootleg doll called Barbara. The fact that she originally looked like a sex doll was completely unintentional. Anyways, Barbara has 2 hitboxes that can deal damage. First is her leg, which is always active, and the second is her sword, which is only active when Barbara is in musketeer mode. She has 2 outfits that she can swap between. First of which is the dress. She twirls around and swings her leg. She can either go towards the player or to a random point within the battlefield. Second is the spy. In spy form, she will either chase down the player by walking, flipping, or doing this. To be honest, I have no idea what she's actually doing. Finally is musketeer form, and in this form she chases down the player and tries to stab them, but because of her sword she has extra range. She can also parry incoming projectiles for upwards of 5 seconds, but can't do anything else during that time. That sounds bad, but the player has no way of dealing damage to her during that time, so it is something at least.
And that's about all I did in October. Optimizing the coins took a lot of time, and I worked on it for most of October and even a lot of November, so I couldn't really add too many new features, but stay tuned for the November video because I actually did a whole lot on that one.